Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So today's video in our Power BI series will cover as functions mainly. So before covering the functions, we'll look into DAX syntax. So last video I shown with how we create with the measure, columns, this and all. Some basic part I have covered. Just we'll look into the DAX syntax and we'll move into functions part. So basically this DAX syntax is DAX syntax. So for example, I will write the this measure is total quantity, not quality. Quantity equals to the sum of transactions of quantity. Okay. For example, let's say we have to create like this way the measure. So in this one, we'll call as this part. So this total quantity we'll call as this is the measure name. Okay. So this is the measure name. So measure name called as mainly this total quantities measures always surrounded by brackets. Okay. That is total quality when referenced in formulas. So spaces are okay. Next, sum is the function and these transactions. So these transactions called as the table name. So that is referenced table name. And coming to this quantity, that is column name. So referenced column name. So column references use fully qualified names. That is table of column name. And measure called as mainly references just use the measure name. That is measure. So within this, we are writing with the measure and can be called by typing on open square bracket. Okay. So this is just we are showing with the how we say DAX syntax. Next, we'll explain as DAX operators. So DAX operators are mainly we know arithmetic operators. So for example, we'll call as arithmetic operators. So arithmetic operators are mainly plus, minus, star, division, and exponentiation. Okay, exponent. So addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and exponent. So these are all the arithmetic operators. Next, comparison operators. So for comparison operators are mainly equal, equal to, or equal. So next, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, not equal. So these are the comparison operators. So let's say, for example, equal to, city equals to like Chennai, or city equals to Hyderabad. Greater than. So greater than called as like quantity greater than 10. Less than, quantity less than 10. Greater than or equal to, unit price greater than or equals to 2.5. Like example, just I'm saying. Less than or equal to, unit price less than or equals to 2.5. Not equal to, country not equals to Hyderabad. So just these are all the examples for comparison operators. Next, text or logical operators. So this text or logical operators are, this is the AND, that is AND symbol called as the concatenate. So concatenates two values to produce one text string. That is example we'll say AND called as so city and state. So here I will write better, city and state. So this is the example for AND. And if I write AND, not ampersand, first one as the ampersand, this one. So this is the concatenation. AND operator. So this is called as, so we'll call as AND. So this AND called as mainly, for example, we'll call as state equals to Telangana and state equals to Tamil Nadu, or state equals to Tamil Nadu and quantity greater than 10, like this. And R symbol, R is this one. This is the R. So R example is mainly state equals to Telangana or state equals to Karnataka. Okay, like this. And last one, in operators. So in operator is mainly in this example we'll say state in. So within the braces, we'll write multiple states like Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka. Like this, we can write. So DAX operators. So mainly in this DAX operators, we discussed as arithmetic operators, comparison operator, text or logical operators. And move on to common function categories. So for common function categories called as, so here we'll call as math and stats. So math and stat functions. First I will write the function names, then we'll call as what are all the functions we cover as this part. Or else, okay, first we'll write the functions also, math functions. So math functions called as example, we'll call as like arithmetic functions, all like common examples. So, like math and stat functions called as functions used for aggregation or iterative row level calculations. So let's say, for example, sum and average, max or min, divide and count or count A, count rows, okay, distinct count. So these count functions, I think already last video I have covered these functions. So I will look into this high level. Okay. Next, iterator functions. So for iterators, we'll use as sum x and average x, max x, min x, rank x, count x. So like this way, what we say, the iterator functions. So right now, I can't write all the function names here. I will explain step by step when the functions came. So just I will, what are all the high level common categories I will tell. So first of all, mathematical and stats functions, then logical functions, then text functions, filter functions, table functions, and date and time functions. Very most important, date and time. Relationship. This is also very important, relationship. So related table, cross filter, and use relationship, etc. Okay. So these are all the some common function categories. So common function categories are mainly mathematical functions, stats functions, logical functions, text functions, filter functions, table functions, date and time functions, relationship functions. These are all. So first we'll look into this. So these mathematical functions and stat functions. So we know the sum. So it evaluates with the sum of a column, like sum of column, like column name. Okay. And average, like average of column name. Okay. And max or min. So max of column name or scalar 1 or scalar 2. Min of column name or scalar 1, like that. And finally, divide. So divide called as mainly numerator and denominator, like it performs division and returns with the alternate result. So we'll apply as divide of numerator, denominator, okay, and alternate result if any. So this is the basic math and stat functions. Next, counting functions. So these counting functions already last video I have shown. Okay, how we can apply with these count functions. So just we'll apply as count of column name. So this count is mainly counts the number of non-empty cells in a column. So count to count A difference is mainly will count is mainly both functions. First, count and count A counts the number of non-empty cells in a column. What is the major difference of count and count A called as? Count is excluding the Boolean values. Count A is including Boolean values. And coming to distinct count. So this distinct count is mainly counts the number of rows in a specified table or a table defined by an expression. Sorry, this is the count rows. I am explaining this one. This counts the count rows called as counts the number of rows in the specified table. Distinct called as unique values, like distinct values in a column. So I missed this count rows and I'm explaining with this one. Okay. sorry, no confusion in this one. Count rows and distinct rows. So distinct count is mainly unique values, like counts the number of distinct values in a column. Count rows is counts the number of rows in the specified table, right? And coming to logical functions, we'll see. So in this, logical functions are mainly, so first of all, logical functions will cover as if, error, switch, and or. So if condition called as, so if condition is true, then return, else false, like that. So checks if a condition is met and returns the one value. If the condition is true and like to return the value, and another if condition is false, then ignore that one, like that. So if error called as, so it evaluates the expression and returns a specified value if it returns an error. Otherwise, it returns the expression itself. So switch function is mainly a list of values. So if we write if condition multiple ifs, so instead of writing multiple ifs, we'll go a list of values and returns one of multiple possible expressions. Next, AND condition. So AND condition is like true or false. So whether both arguments are true, to return true. Otherwise, returns false. Next, OR condition. So whether any argument is true, to return true. Otherwise, return false. So these are all the functions. We'll look into these functions. So once we go back to table view. So already count functions, last video I have shown. I'm not explaining again with to creating the count functions. So just I'm explaining with some syntax and definitions part. Now we'll look into the logical functions. So in logical functions, mainly if condition. So if condition is mainly if condition is true, fine, else false. So we look into in data view. I'll go with customer lookup table. Okay, so in customer lookup table, I will create the new column. So click on new column. Here I will create the column called as, so mainly parent. So like parent right here, parent equals to if, open brace. Okay, so if like for example, if total, here I will show column first. So in this column I'm applying this one. If total children is greater than 0, then yes, else no, like that I am writing. So like total children greater than 0, then yes, else no, and close the brace. Okay, and hit the enter. So the column is creating parent. So you see here the parent. So yes or no. So if total children is greater than 1, then yes. So for example, if total children is 0, then no, like this. Okay. Next. So this is called as, so what we say, logical function. So logical function just will apply with the if condition. And one more example we'll see as a switch function. So for switch function, I'll go with calendar lookup table. Okay. So for calendar lookup table, I'll create as new column, like month number we have to calculate. Like for example, if January, then display as 1. If February, month name. So month name we have January, then display 1. If month name is February, then display as 2. Month name March, then display as 3. Like that we can write. So for example, first I will try to write with this, not directly go with switch. How we'll write this if condition will try. So for example, I will go with month number of DAX equal to if month name equal to January, then 1. Sorry, I missed by mistake. I have entered press enter. Okay, shift enter. We have to apply as shift enter. Shift enter. Okay. So if condition is if month name equals to January, then 1. Okay. So if month name, I'll first write the if condition. If month name equal to February, February, if February, then 2, else again if condition. If month name equals to March, then 3, else I'll write as others. I'm not writing all the columns right now. Okay. And close all the braces. 1, 2, 3 columns. Okay. So if I hit the enter, so month number of DAX is to be creating. So see here the month number. So if January 1, if you look into this 1, 2, 3 and others. So this is if condition. We have to write all the if conditions. So instead of writing this if condition, so smartly we can write as switch condition instead of this this part. So now I will change this part to switch. Which month name, comma, first one I will hit the year. If January, then 1, comma, February, we had to write the text carefully. February, comma, 2, March, write 3, comma, and April, we'll write 4, comma, May, we'll write 5, and I'll write the others. Okay. So else part, I will write others and close. Okay. So hit the enter. The column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So this way we'll write as the switch condition. So that is the switch part. So switch is basically it evaluates an expression against a list of values and returns one of multiple possible expressions, like switch of expression. Expression means that is the column name, comma, value 1, comma, result 1, value 2, comma, result 2, else part will write continuous. So the tip is here mainly switch of true is a common DAX pattern to replace multiple nested if statements. So that is the beauty of switch. And we'll write one more switch condition here. I'll go with product lookup. Okay. So in product lookup, I'll create as a new column. So in product lookup, I'll go with a price point. So for price point, if you look into this product price, where is the product price? Product key, product subcategory. Yeah. So this product price. Okay. So this product price is mainly something is going. Product price, where I have created the new column. Product lookup. Okay. I click on this column name. So I think better we had to create the column again. Click on product lookup and new column. Okay. So for this new column, I'll create as a column name as price point equals to which of product price. So I'll go write as product price, comma. So let's say, for example, product price is greater than 500, then high. Okay, comma. product price, let's say greater than 100, then mid or medium. Okay, comma. If product price is else we'll write as direct to low. Okay, and close the switch. Hit the enter. Price point will create here. Okay. Function switch does not support comparing values of type true or false. What happened? Yes. So for this switch, why this one is giving the error called as so here? Yeah, actually I forgot to explain this one. When this is error throwing, immediately I got the this point. So basically, what happened is so if directly it will write as greater than 500. Okay, like if greater than 500, then it will display as high. So by default, Power BI, what happened is so it is not taking the condition by default greater than 500. So that is the reason we had to apply as switch off for number. If we write any number categories, we'll write as true. Okay, true, comma. Now I will hit the enter. Now see, yes. So price point is now I am getting high, low, medium. So 3 categories I'm getting. Okay. So basically, price point switch off true function we had to apply this one. So direct when we are like comparing any values greater than or equal to less than 100 like this. Okay. So this is one example. And next thing we'll look into one more example for if condition like challenge we had to apply. So now the challenge is so we had to identify as so for customer priority. For example, let's say the customer priority is so I'll go with customer lookup. Let's say which column we have to apply. So parent. So if is parent is so equal to yes and annual income is so like greater than 1 lakh, then priority, else standard. So like that we have to apply as the customer priority. Okay. So let's create this column. So customer lookup and create the new column. So here I will write as customer priority equal to if example we'll say annual income. If annual income greater than 1 lakh, okay, and same means I'm writing double ampersand and is parent or parent. If parent is equal to yes, then we'll write as priority, else standard, and close the brace. Hit the enter. You'll see the output. Customer priority. See, customer priority. So priority and standard. Okay, right. And we'll see income levels also. For example, annual income. This is annual income, right? So for annual income greater than or equals to 1,50,000, then very high. If greater than or equals to 1 lakh, high. If greater than or equals to 50,000, average, else low. So like that we can create as the income level. So let's create this column. Income level equals to if annual income greater than or equals to 1,50,000, then very high. Else if annual income greater than or equals to 1 lakh, 3, 4, 5, then high. Else, if annual income greater than or equals to 50,000, then we'll call as average. Okay. Else, final else statement is low, and close 1, 2, 3 braces and hit the enter. So income level, average, high, low, and very high. Right. So this is one thing. And we'll create one more thing like education category. So yeah. So for education level, we'll look into this one. If education level is so, yeah. So for example, if high school is high school, if partial high school is so high school, bachelors will call as so undergraduates, partial college is undergraduate, graduate degree will call as graduate. Okay. So let's look into this one. Customer lookup and create new column. Education category equals to. So this one will write as a switch condition or else if condition also. So if condition will go little lengthy. So instead of that, I'll go with switch. So switch off, I'm applying with education level. So education level, comma. First condition is if high school, right? High school, then high school. Next. So high school is high school. Partial high school, next one. Double quotes. Partial high school, then high school. Next. Bachelor's. Bachelor's is will call as so undergrad, comma. Next one, partial college. So partial college will call this one also undergrad. Undergrad. Next thing we'll call graduate degree. So then this one also graduate and close the brace, switch condition and hit the enter. So education category will create. Okay, so undergrad. So like this way we can create as the functions. So till now we had discussed about with. So in this video, count functions just last video only covered. This I covered as some theoretical part, but practical I have explained as in this one, logical functions, switch function. Okay. So for the next one, we'll go with text functions, basic date and time functions, and related calculate DAX measures. Okay, so like that we'll go for next video. Thank you for watching. If you like the content, please like and subscribe.